piling system, also known as pressure-injected footing, is a method used to drive expanded base cast in situ concrete piles. So this method can be applied to different site conditions and is still widely used due to its high tensile load capacity, relative low noise, and ground vibration levels. Frankie piles can be used as high-capacity deep foundation elements without the necessity of excavation or dewatering. They are useful in conditions where a sufficient bearing soil can only be reached deeper in the ground and best suited to granular soil where bearing is primarily achieved from the densification of the soil around the base. So they are not recommended for use in cohesive soils where compaction of the base is not possible. So the Frankie piling system is the quietest of the driven cast-in-place systems and so is used in conditions where high noise levels could cause environmental problems.
Assalamualaikum. Today I will be presenting about purpose of construction Frankie pipe. Let me explain the purpose of using Frankie pipe in construction, especially when dealing with difficult soil conditions. What is a Frankie pipe? Frankie pipe is a type of cast in situ concrete pipe. This means that the concrete is placed into the ground on site, not pre-made in a factory. It is installed using the driving method, which involves driving a dry concrete and plug into the ground using a drop hammer. This method creates a strong pile that is suitable for site with unstable soil. It's a very important purpose in construction. First, support heavy structure load. The pile provides strong support for building or bridge by transferring the load of the structure deep into the ground. Second, improve soil condition in areas with soft or weak soil. Frankie pile helps strengthen the ground by driving the pile in the surrounding soil excavated, making it more stable. Next, transfer load. This pile helps move the load from the upper structure to deeper, stronger soil or rock layer. This is important when the topsoil cannot support the load of the building. Penetrate the hard soil layer. Soil like this clay are difficult to penetrate, so the Frankie pile can go through this layer effectively. Lastly, high water table area. Frankie pile are effective in areas with high groundwater level because this type of pile work well even the soil is wet or moist.
Today I'll be explaining the Frankie pile construction method in just a few steps. First, we begin with dry plug placement, where a dry concrete plug is placed inside the casing. Next is driving the casing, where the plug is hammered to drive the casing into the ground. After that, forming the base takes place. The plug compacts the soil at the base and can be enlarged for higher load capacity. Once the base is ready, we insert reinforcement by lowering steel cage into the casing. Then comes concrete placement, where wet concrete is poured into the casing. Finally, we perform casing withdrawal, pulling the casing out and leaving the reinforcement concrete pile in the ground, as I insert the video. This method ensures strong foundation for support heavy structure.
One major benefit is their cost effectiveness. The design of Frankie pile can be adjusted to fit different soil types and site conditions, which helps to increase load capacity while reducing material waste. Are also environmental friendly because the installation process pushes soil aside instead of digging it out. This means there is no need to remove or dispose of soil, which helps protect the environment and makes Frankie pile suitable for sensitive or polluted areas. Another advantage is that Frankie piles produce low noise and vibration during installations. Frankie piles use a drop hammer to compact concrete on site, which reduces noise and limits disturbance to nearby buildings. So the installation process also improves the soil around the pile by compacting it, which increases the pile's ability to carry loads and reduces the risk of settlements. So this is especially useful in sandy or loose soils where soil compactions help support the structure better. Frankie piles can be installed even when there is shallow groundwater or underwater thanks to the steel casing used during construction. This makes them ideal for building foundations in places like bridge supports and docks.
Hi, Assalamualaikum. My name is Siti Nuzulaika binti Ahmad Fazal. I want to present about disadvantage of Frankie piles. First, noise and vibration. Frankie piles are not as noisy as some driven piles. However, they also create bullets of noise and vibration during installation, which can present problems within urban context and sensitive location. Next is installation difficulties. Drilling through large obstruction or boulders can be difficult and may require specialized equipment. Next is not applicable to cohesive soil. Frankie piles rely on soil compaction at the bottom to develop bearing capacity. In cohesive soils, this compaction is ineffective, and so it is not an acceptable process. Next is limited length. The length of Frankie piles is limited by the lifting force requires to withdraw the casing and the potential for ground displacement, which can damage adjacent structure. Lastly is ground heave. The installation process can cause the ground surface to heave, potentially leading to issues like constellation and negative skin friction on the piles. For conclusion, Frankie pile is a type of cast in situ concrete pile installed by driving a dry concrete plug using a drop hammer, making it suitable for difficult soil conditions. It offers notable advantages such as low noise and vibration, cost efficiency, and the ability to be installed without excavation or dewatering, making it ideal for urban or environmentally sensitive projects. With proper site condition and quality control, Frankie piles provide a durable and efficient deep foundation method for a wide range of engineering applications.